Okay, let's go to first. I want to show you guys this. You see how many times I rewrote these essays? Literally, the statement of purpose I redid 4 times before I was like, okay, this is good enough. Fall-on service project 3 times. Where's the other ones? Critical need. I guess I only did that. I did that 2 times. And then the building mutual understanding, I also did that 2 times. So don't be afraid to have to rewrite your whole essay over again because I did it 4 times. Now the first essay, the statement of purpose. This one is probably the most important essay. It's the one that has the highest character limit, so they want you to write more on this than the others. This was my statement of purpose essay, and we're just going to get into it. I am a young Black American woman who is a first-generation college student. I was raised in a single-parent household for the majority of my teenage years and entirety of my adulthood. I had to grow up at a younger age than most, and because of this, I am a very independent and resourceful young woman. I've developed into a hard worker who has gained an appreciation for everything that I have. Since I've gone through so much, I've also learned how to empathize and relate to a variety of people. Growing up, I never knew what I wanted to do as my career for the rest of my life. My first semester of college, I made the dean's list, but in the following semesters, I quickly failed, with my worst semester being me failing all of my classes and my mental health reaching an all-time low. During this time, I was exploring different academic and career paths and faced rejection after rejection to a point where I felt like I had no other option but to drop out. However, as I hit rock bottom, I found something I wanted to pursue and decided to keep going. For the last few semesters, I've been working while doing school full-time and developed organizational systems that assure my academic success. I will continue to hold myself to a high organizational standard and more so while abroad. I chose to study abroad with Teen in Seoul, South Korea at Korea University. I chose Teen because of the cultural excursions they host to help integrate international students in South Korean culture, such as a Korean cooking class, a trip to Busan, the second largest city in South Korea, known for its natural beauty. Busan especially caught my attention because I have tons of plants, love nature, and exploring the outdoors. South Korea was my top country to go to because of its stark difference from the United States. Korean culture is heavily influenced by Eastern ideals and religions, and is homogeneous compared to the US. I'm interested in learning about different religions, ways of life, and how philosophical ideas related to these infiltrate society. For example, Confucianism and Buddhism have significantly influenced South Korean culture compared to Christianity in the US. Since South Korea is 96% made up of native Koreans, living there will reinforce my identity as a Black woman and expose me to this beautiful sort of personal cultural exchange that happens when you are exposed to new perspectives. I plan on visiting the historical parts of Korea that have palaces and shrines, which I did. The thumbnail of my last video is actually a picture of me in front of one of those palaces. Environmental scenic areas of Korea like Jeju Island, the heart of Seoul's nightlife and entertainment, and even fun little things like animal cafes. I'm excited to become a student of Korea University because of their Korean University Buddy System Assistance Program, KUBA, and quality courses. Through KUBA, I will be assigned to a Korea University student who will help me become familiar with university resources, arrange weekly activities that will aid in adjusting me to the life in Korea, and facilitate language exchange. KUBA hosts several events throughout the fall semester, including orientation, field trips to cultural parts of Seoul, and the International Students Festival, a highly anticipated event where I will be able to host a booth to present American culture. Additionally, getting a quality education is important to me, and KU's business school has the Association to Advance Collegiate Schools of Business, which is the AACSB accreditation. AACSB accredited business schools have to pass and maintain rigorous standards and are recognized worldwide for their quality teaching, curricula development, and student learning. KU having this accreditation assures me that I will be getting the rich education I desire. I am an accounting major, and for my degree, will be taking international business, marketing management, and supply chain management. Taking these courses will improve my academic literacy by exposing me to how South Korea approaches these topics, instead of only being aware of the American perspective. Being knowledgeable that South Korea became significantly technological advanced in a few decades, from the 1960s to the 1990s, I am interested in learning about how their supply chain, marketing, and strong international business relations contributed to their quick development. As someone who is interested in self-improvement, I am also interested in how I can apply those principles to my own career and academic life. Professionally, living in South Korea for a semester will help me with my goal of learning about international accounting and having highly developed soft skills. As I learn to navigate a new country full of foreign societal customs and foods, my intellectual communication skills and cultural competency skills will improve. Being in an extremely unfamiliar environment and learning a new public transportation system will also better my adaptability. Oh, this is a lot. Furthermore, I will learn about international accounting through building mentorships. The U.S. follows generally accepted accounting principles, while most of the world follows international financial reporting standards. I want to understand the most common accounting system in the world and be able to take my career abroad. South Korea is a country that follows IFRS, and I plan to learn about these standards by using online resources and contacting employees at companies such as Deloitte Korea and Grant Thornton Daeju through LinkedIn to network and conduct informational interviews where I ask them questions about their career. To tackle the challenge of going abroad, I will be drawing upon my language learning, social, and time management skills. I took French for all 4 years of high school and thus have a guideline for how to approach learning a new language as I am learning Korean. Although with my previous language skills, my social skills I've gained from being in the student organizations will help me better communicate and initiate friendships in Korea. I am in 3 student organizations. I'm a full-time student and work because my mom cannot provide for me. Due to my situation, my time management skills are exceptional. I will bring this skill to Korea to help me balance studying with having fun and exploring. Lastly, I will bring how I respond to failure. Throughout my life, I've encountered many hurdles to my success, such as my academic and personal blunders in figuring out what I want to do. As a Black first-generation college woman who grew up poor, I cannot afford to completely fail, although I have come close. Every time I failed, I've kept positive, rerouted myself, and never gave up. I'm going to take this quality about myself to South Korea academically and personally. Whatever obstacles I face in South Korea, I will face them head on, learn from them, and grow as an individual because of it. Whew. And that is it. That was a lot. And you can ask questions in the comments, and I will do my best to answer them. But you want to give an inspiring story. Yeah, parts of this are me obviously crying about how I grew up, me giving my sob story, but at the end of the day, you need a little bit of that to prove your point. Okay, let's go to the next one. The next one was I think it's a follow-on service project. So let's go ahead and do that one. This one is not as long. I think this one had a 2,000 character limit. Okay. I will be documenting my learning abroad trip through my small YouTube channel. Currently, my YouTube channel is about my journey to self-love through my hair and the decision to get dreadlocks, and my college journey. The foundation of my audience consists of young Black women like myself and college students who are struggling with school. Generally, the world is my audience. Since through YouTube I have a global reach and have gotten 24,000 views from all over the world in my most watched video, That's actually 26,000 now. Crazy. With my college content, I want to teach college students how to navigate their college journey and specifically talk about the importance of learning abroad, share my experiences with it, and how the Gilman Scholarship helped me accomplish this. During my learning abroad trip, I will vlog and create various videos about life in South Korea, and then afterwards, I will create a video reflecting on my travels. And then finally, I'm going to create a video detailing how to study abroad and how the Gilman Scholarship helped me finance my expedition. All of the YouTube videos I make, I will be sure to share with the University of Houston's Learning Abroad department to promote student experiences abroad. A big part of UH's Learning Abroad department are the global guides. The global guides are a big inspiration of mine because they serve as student representatives that help promote learning abroad experiences to other students by creating, advertising, and running various cultural and learning abroad events. I've heard many times from alumni that did not study abroad that they regret not taking advantage of doing so as a student. I want to partner with the Learning Abroad department to help other students realize that studying abroad does not have to be some unattainable dream, it can fit with their academic and professional goals, and will cause them to change their perspective and grow immensely as a person. Through the Learning Abroad department, I will provide mentorship to students who are trying to study abroad. Additionally, I will become an advocate for studying abroad in the communities I am a part of. I'm a member of UH's Accounting Society and the National Association of Black Accountants. After I experience life in South Korea, I plan on creating an event where I share my study abroad experience with interested students from both groups. In this presentation, I will inform them of how to start, and about the different scholarships available, especially the Gilman. Young Black women especially do not travel abroad because of cultural norms encouraging fear around traveling as a Black person. I want to be able to change this narrative and show them that studying abroad is a financially accessible option, that it is safe, and will aid them in their growth as an individual. Through my experience, I want to show that studying abroad is an achievable goal for anyone, and especially want students similar to me imagining themselves studying abroad. Now we're going to go over the last two essays, which are the critical needs language and the building mutual understanding. This one is the building mutual understanding. The United States is one of the few countries that grants citizenship if you are born on its soil and is a country of past immigrants. People of different ethnicities and let me zoom in a little. People of different ethnicities and cultures are born here in the United States and identify as American, which makes the U.S. unique. South Korea, on the other hand, is a very homogeneous country. Korea University, located in Seoul, the heart of South Korea, has the perfect opportunity for me to share my pride in being an American. Korea University hosts an annual event called the International Students Festival, where international students can host a booth to present their culture to Korean students. I want to participate in this event and host a booth about African American culture. My mom is from Texas, my dad is from Louisiana. When I host my booth, I'm going to focus on Black American culture, including the Creole influences from my dad's side of the family. Black American culture is a uniquely American subset of American culture because there is no culture in the world quite like it. Additionally, I'm going to emphasize that the American culture is a combination of different cultures throughout the world and that we are open-minded about accepting other people's cultures. But, alright, things started blurry for a second there. Okay, I'm going to emphasize that American culture is a combination of different cultures throughout the world and that we are open-minded about accepting other people's cultures. With this, I'm going to stress that American society is very individualistic and allows people to express themselves in all sorts of ways without feeling restricted or facing backlash for it. Through this International Students Festival, I will facilitate cultural discussions on what it means to be Black and an American. Outside of this festival, I will represent what Americans and the United States are like through my character. Americans are friendly and hospitable, and I want to share this quality of the United States with everyone I meet. Growing up, there was a period of time when my family did not have a home of our own, and my mom's acquaintance accepted us graciously into her home. I think this experience is reflective of the United States as a whole. We're of a nation of immigrants, and if you have nowhere else to go, the U.S. will accept you and allow you to create a better life, regardless of where you came from, how much money you have, or what you look like. My university, the University of Houston, is a minority serving institution, so being in this environment, I'm used to being culturally engaged. My experiences will help me build understanding between me and other students as I participate in the Cuba program and in language exchanges with Korea University students. I'm going to visit palaces and shrines, learn more about Korean people and their history through museums, and visit different parts of South Korea to be exposed to the different Korean ethnic groups. As I interact with Koreans from all over the country, I will engage in this beautiful mutual exchange of cultures where I will incorporate elements of their culture into my own, and hopefully they will value aspects of my culture enough to do the same as well. Whew. Okay. My mom stressed the importance of language learning, and now with the Critical Need Language Award, I can realize this teaching. She always pointed out to me that Americans don't value different languages because English is perceived to be enough by itself. More so, my mom would tell me that learning different languages opens you up to be receptive to other people's cultures. I want to learn Korean to be able to communicate with individuals I would not otherwise interact with. I want to be able to get around easily, but also respect the culture by speaking their language. There's something beautiful about the exchange of culture that happens when you learn a new language. You gain a deeper understanding of the world and all the ways things can be described. It causes a perspective switch. As you learn more about the language and culture, you take pieces of it with you into your own culture. I want to, and I'm going to experience this meshing of culture while I learn Korean and navigate Korea. I will be the first in my family to learn a new language and then travel internationally to the country where it is spoken. Professionally, Korean is appealing because it is a growing top language that is needed on a global business scale. Learning the linguistic differences in how business terms are described will help me understand and explain concepts better to others in my future career as an accountant. Right now, I am self-studying Korean, will be taking it over the summer and while I am abroad. Outside the classroom, while I'm in Korea, I will speak with the locals in as much Korean as possible and engage in language exchange with fellow students. I will explore outside of Seoul to expose myself to different dialects. After my voyage, I plan on continuing to learn Korean so I can become an international accountant. The Critical Need Language Award will prepare me for this by giving me the valuable experience of learning a language in the country where it is spoken. And we are done. This is a picture of me during my study abroad in South Korea during the fall 2023 semester. If you have any questions about the Gilman Scholarship or essay writing or the study abroad itself, South Korea, anything, leave a comment down below and I'll answer, or you can even text me on Instagram and I'll answer that way too. Just try to reach out to me. Email works too, and I'll try the best to answer any questions you have. Thank you for watching and subscribe if you want to see more of this type of content.